Laser sights enhance and maintain your accuracy in a time of crisis, preventing tunnel vision and allowing quick target acquisition in awkward shooting positions. Crimson Trace, making laser sight standard equipment. Learn more at crimsontrace.com.
The number one national voice in defense of your Second Amendment rights. Gun Talk, available on iTunes and on the free Gun Dealio smartphone app for Android and iPhone. To be on the air with Tom, call us now, 866-825-5486 or 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Now, here's Tom.
Back with you, 866-TALK-GUN gets you in here. It's the third hour of Gun Talk. And by the way, if you happen to miss a show, never fear. You can always listen to past shows through, well, just lots of different ways. Actually, we're on YouTube. You can actually listen to the show through YouTube. Load it up there. Probably the easiest way, honestly, is to use the Gun Dealio app on your smartphone. And here's the update here. Gun Dealio, we are sending out deals all the time. It's that time of year. You need to allow notifications on Gun Dealio because we're sending you notifications. We're going to have this monster giveaway coming up. Gun, holster, ammo, lots of cool stuff. Only people with Gun Dealio with notifications enabled are going to know about it because we're going to send the information out through Gun Dealio of how you enter. So if you have Gun Dealio and you're not getting the messages, if you have not enabled notifications, you're not going to get the info. You're not going to have a chance to win. So get your Gun Dealio. You can listen to past shows with it. You can get the deals. You can check out, what the current deals are. You can take that information, go into your local gun store and buy stuff. And here's the other thing. If you work in a gun store and you want to sell stuff, which is kind of the whole point, you need Gun Dealio so you know which manufacturer has the best deals going. Which one say, well, yeah, if you buy this, you're going to get 2 free magazines. Oh, I didn't know about that. That's cool. Yeah, you'd be the smart one behind the counter. Yeah, cool. Gun Dealio, it's free for Android and iPhone. All righty now. Let's see. Dustin on line 3 out of North Dakota. Dustin, talk to me about your wife wanting. She wants to take your XD, or what's the deal?
Well, she loves the XD. The problem is she can't rack the slide anymore. Her arthritis has gotten so bad. And because I was stupid and I explained to your call screener, you'll love that one. But anyway, the problem is she's not caliber specific. I just need something that she can carry. Sure. Primary home defense, but she has to be able to rack the slide, and that's the problem we're having right now. Probably,
I'm going to jump immediately to the 380 then, because the recoil spring is so much weaker. Not as strong, easy to rack the slide on a 380. Not a small 380 like an LCP. I love my LCPs, and I have more than one. But for home defense, that's not the gun. You want a medium to full-size gun. That's just going to be a piece of cake to rack the slide. Ruger has the LC 380. Smith has 380s. SIG has 380s. Others have 380s. I would kind of cruise the internet and look at the various options out there, pick something that's a mid to full size, and then call around, find a gun store that has them, and go let her try it and see if she can work. And I mean, you're at the place now where she needs to go work the slide, okay, to find out if it's going to work. And Jim, he asked an interesting question. Would a revolver be an option? Can she pull the trigger on a double-action revolver? Arthritis may be a problem. Yeah, arthritis could be a real problem with that too.
Yeah,
I'm thinking the 380 is the way to go here.
And
what do you think?
She was fine with it. Problem was it kicked like a mule for her.
Yeah,
and it was just she needs something with a little bit of a longer barrel. So I was thinking LCR, but I wasn't quite sure. And, just something that has enough caliber that she can, if anything, get away from where she's at and get back to the vehicle, if nothing else.
Yep. And look, any caliber is better than no caliber. I mean, let's just start off with that understanding. A 22 is better than nothing. So whatever it is, I mean, if you end up saying, well, she can work the slide on this 22 semi-auto just fine, cool. That's the gun for her. Because if she can use it and she can work it, and the people say, well, that's no good. Really? Really? You don't want to be shot with one, do you? And neither does anybody else. So I would say 380, see if you can make that work. Again, if she can rent a gun, if she can shoot it, that is absolutely the way to go. It would be worth driving around and finding a range, or calling around at first and then driving to a range where she could actually try them.
Yep. Sounds like a plan. Thanks.
All right. I appreciate it. You bet. Let's see here. Where did I lost? Oh, there's Scott. Lost him there. Line 3. Scott is in Illinois. Speaking of 380s, hey, Scott, what happened with your situation?
Well, my wife likes to shoot. Her favorite gun right now is an SR-22 Ruger, because we bought two of them, and she can shoot left-handed and right-handed, so she's familiar with both hands. But when 1983, we bought an AMT backup, a 380, and she couldn't hit the stop sign 10 feet away. It just jumped all over the place. I took it back to the
No, that's a difficult gun to shoot. It really is.
Yeah, it was. I took it back to the place where we bought it within a week, and the guy said, buy this Walters PPKS, which is made by Inner Arms, which is out of business now, and it's a stainless steel. It's a little heavy. We don't shoot it very much now, and I've owned it since 1983, only because that's the gun that we use. That's the one in the house. That's the one we carry. It's a little heavy, but you're not going to miss your target, because the recoil, the weight of the gun, helps the recoil in its accuracy. Yep. I mean, it's a good gun.
But here's the thing: if you haven't, let me jump in. If you haven't shot it in a long time, it's time for you guys to get out there, because you have lost the technique, the ability that you had. Shooting is perishable. It's a perishable skill. You really need to get out and shoot it some. I firmly believe that you should go shoot your self-defense gun at a minimum of once a quarter. Every 3 months, you need to go to the range and put a box of ammo through it. Otherwise, you're not comfortable. You don't know how it works. How does the safety work? How does can I reload it? How does the slide work? I mean, it should feel comfortable in your hands, like, oh yeah, I handle that a lot. So I'm throwing that out there for you, and I'm going to urge you both to go shoot that gun some, okay?
We need to. You're definitely right. I did take her down. This is another thing on experience. We live by Winchester down here in East Alton, Illinois. And she went to a couple of gun classes since there, and she renews herself. And she's shot every caliber from a 22 to a 45 revolver long barrel. And she knows what recoil is all about, because the instructor, it was an all-women's class, he says, we're going to go through one little gun to the biggest gun. And that's what really got her hooked on picking the gun she wanted, because I can't handle the 357. I don't want to use that, But anyhow, I listen to your program every week. I really appreciate it. You got good information. And yes, I will shoot that one gun more. I've got other ones I shoot, but I will shoot that one more.
Yep, and have her shoot it also as well. I appreciate the call. Thanks, sir. All right, 866-TALK-GUN gets you in here, 866-TALK-GUN. What gun do you keep? Do you have a different gun for home defense than you have for your carry gun? And how did you come up with that decision? The process, to me, is interesting. How did you decide on which gun you carry versus which gun you have in the home? How did that work for you? 866-TALK-GUN.
What's important in a gun safe? Security, reliability, safety, good looks? It all comes down to quality. Quality that's built in from the beginning. Liberty Safe has made quality products for 29 years right here in the USA. Trust your guns, your valuables, and your safety to Liberty Safe. Did you ever regret buying quality? I didn't think so. Get the best. Whatever your budget, get a Liberty Safe. LibertySafe.com.
It's the next generation target pistol, the SW22 Victory from Smith & Wesson. Stainless steel frame, interchangeable match barrel, thumb safety, fiber optic sights, and a Picatinny rail. The SW22 Victory is ready for anything, targets or small game. Also available with a threaded barrel or cryptic camo finish. And it's backed by the Smith & Wesson Lifetime Service Policy. Learn more about the SW22 Victory at smith-wesson.com.
You got your carry permit, and that's good. But you know you could use more training. Get the DVDs, which have what you need. Springfield Armory presents Concealed Carry 1 and Concealed Carry 2 with Bata Group. Learn specific concealed carry skills from Top Gun fighting trainers. Get trained. Be prepared. This really is life and death. ShopGunTalk.com. That's ShopGunTalk.com.
Meet Sid. Sid doesn't check for traffic updates. Sid does simplify suppressor ownership. Meet Sid, the new interactive kiosk that makes the fingerprinting and paperwork of silencer applications quick, easy, and pain-free. If you're ready to own a silencer, make time to meet Sid, your new buddy in the silencer business. Available at selected Powered by Silencer shop retailers.
We do have room for you if you'd like to join us. 866-TALK-GUN gets you in. Going straight to the phones. Joe, Southeast Michigan, line 1. Hey, Joe, what in the world? That's a rifle that I'm interested in. Talk to me about it.
Well, about 2 years ago, just before the One Shot Show, there was a rumor that the Winchester FN was going to be reactivating the Model 88 and 100s.
Mm-hmm. There was a year or two ago, I was talking with a gentleman in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and he said he was going to bring out the Model 88 and the Model 100. For those who don't know, the Model 88 Winchester was a lever action. The Model 100 was a semi-auto in 243 and 308, and I think it was available in 284. That's a vague memory.
284, and there were some in 358s.
358, cool. All right. Well, let's see, some 54 years ago, I used a Winchester Model 100 to shoot my first deer. It was in a 308, and it was a beautiful, slim, trim, good-looking rifle with a beautiful wood stock back then. It still is. Actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like, for those who remember, the Ruger 44 Magnum semi-auto, same kind of lines, don't you think?
Yeah, just a little longer and a lot more better wood, I thought, too.
Exactly, better wood. So I guess the answer to your question is I don't know. I have not heard any more about it. I heard the same things you did a year or two ago. There was talk about bringing one or both of them back. I don't know. I tell you what I'll do. I will make an attempt to find the fellow who was going to do it, who said he was going to do it, and see if that has gone anywhere. But certainly if it had happened, we would have heard about it by now. Now, there are obviously a lot of really good semi-autos out now, and even like the AR platform, you can get 308s in that in lighter versions than originally, because some of the first versions of the AR-10 were pretty heavy. Having said all that, if you like the looks of a traditional rifle, the Model 100 Winchester is about the most traditional looking semi-auto I can remember. So, Joe, I don't have the answer for you, but I will try to find it, and as soon as I get word on it, I'll get the word out. I appreciate the call, sir. Mark, line 4, Dallas, Texas. Hey, Mark.
Hey, I just bought a M&P full-size 4.25-inch barrel, and I heard the trigger was not good. I thought, well, how bad can it be? It's Smith. And I found out it's pretty bad. So I just heard your producer, when I called in, said you had just had the Apex guy on. I missed him because I just got in my car.
Yep.
But I wanted to know what you thought about getting an Apex trigger for it.
I don't find the Smith M&P trigger to be particularly objectionable, but I just kind of learned to run it. But if you want a better trigger, the Apex drop-in trigger is really good. Now, understand that when Paul Earhart was on from Apex, he mentioned that there are different models. They've got basically the target model. He says, but if you're going to use it for carry, you want the one that's a duty gun, a duty trigger. It's about a 5.5 pound trigger pull. Don't get the really light one with that has almost no take up. It's great for competition, but it would be not the one you want for self-protection or carry.
Okay. I appreciate the input. Thank you.
Absolutely. Good luck with that. I think you'll like it. Yeah, apextrigger.com gets you to their website. Benny's in Corpus Christi, Texas. Line 2, Benny, 380. Let's talk.
Hey. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Tom. Bought myself an AMT backup, all stainless steel, 18 ounces in the pocket. But the ammunition for self-defense purposes, I'm not able to locate ARX from Ruger Polycase, and so I had to settle for the PDX-1 from Winchester. Don't know if you could maybe point me in a better direction. I don't like the shallow penetration that I've seen in the gelatin tests, but it is an energy dumper, no doubt. So if you could point me in a better direction for some self-defense ammunition, I'd greatly appreciate that.
I am glad you're thinking about penetration. One of the things, of course, that happens, for those who don't know, the AMT backup is really small. It's short barrel, kind of like an LCP. It's probably in the order of a 2-inch barrel, maybe, on a good day. So you're going to lose a lot of velocity with that. As a result, depending on the load, you're not going to get as much penetration. You have to have enough penetration to do the job. I would be looking at, and I have not gone to the website, I'm just trying to think of who might have loads that work better than what you're using. If you're not happy with that, I would look at Nosler, I would look at Barnes Bullets, their ammo, and I would absolutely go look at Double Tap Ammo, doubletapammo.com, and see what he's loading up, because he usually has some pretty good stuff. But yeah, especially when you're going with a smaller caliber, you want to make sure that the ammo does what it's supposed to do. And I'm with you there. You've got to have at least, I would want a minimum of 12 inches of penetration in ballistic gelatin, and would feel a lot happier with 15 to 16 inches in tests. So that would be what I would be looking for. Okay. But that's what I would do. And here's the other thing. Small guns can be finicky about feeding. So whichever one you get, don't go buy 500 rounds of it until you have bought 50 rounds of it and put those through your gun and make sure that they run. Because, like I said, small guns can be finicky. The other thing is, and you probably know this already, with small guns, you have to grip them really tight and give them a lot of resistance, and that's how you're going to improve the feeding. All right, let's drop down to line 3. Jennifer's with us out of Minden, Nevada. Hey, Jennifer, welcome to Gun Talk.
Hi, thank you. I have a question. I do not own a gun at all, and I wanted a suggestion on, 1, where you would carry, if I were going to carry it, where I would carry it, and 2, what would be the best gun to start with.
Okay. Let's back up. What's going on? Why are you thinking about getting a gun?
Nothing really. I grew up around guns. My father has guns. He's a hunter and so forth. And my husband and I have been talking about for years maybe getting a gun, and maybe even just getting a gun for the home, obviously, just for safety. We never really have. We have 4 fairly young children, so that was always kind of a concern. But, lately I've just been thinking, it might be a good thing to have.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Here's the deal. I will not tell you what gun to get. And here's why. Because my name is Tom, and it's not Jennifer. Right. I don't know which one's going to fit your hand. I don't know which one you're going to go, ooh, I like that one. Or, oh, God, I hate that thing. Or, I know that kicks too much, or whatever. So there's no way for me to do that. What I can do, though, is I can get you in the right direction. And here's the right direction. You need to take a class, a shooting class.
All right.
And I'm specifically saying don't let your husband teach you to shoot. Okay?
Well, I don't really
like,
think he... Well, no, I shouldn't say he doesn't know how, but we don't really own a gun. He owns a couple of guns. He goes out and he shoots clays and stuff, but not like a smaller gun, which is kind of what I'm talking about.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to look around town. I guarantee you where you live, there are firearms instructors, there are shooting ranges that have instructors and say, I want to take a class or maybe even just a one-on-one with a shooting instructor for an hour or two to start out. And say, I want to try some different guns, because every instructor, every range has different guns you can try. If you can find a woman instructor, that might be better. Some women respond better to female instructors. For some, it doesn't matter. That's your call. But here's what's going to happen. You're going to try some different guns, and you're going to go, too small. I didn't realize small guns really kick a lot, and they do. Small guns are also harder to shoot well. But, of course, they're easier to conceal. So then we get to your interesting question, which is, it is simply more difficult for a woman to carry a gun concealed than it is for a man because of the way you dress.
Yeah. Because where would you wear it on your leg? Like, where do you wear it?
Okay. A lot of people put it in their purse. I think that's not a great option, because if you put your purse down, there's your gun in it. On your body is the best way. I'm going to go in order of preference, okay? Because you're going to have to figure out what works for you. On a belt, like a regular belt holster, is the best in terms of comfort and able to get it out and draw it. Hard to conceal it. An appendix carry, which is tucked into the pants with a holster, always with a holster, in the front, like by the belt buckle, is one way, but now you've got to have some kind of garment that covers it. Ankle carry is certainly an option. There's also something called a belly band. It's an elastic band that goes around your belly underneath your shirt, so that you could just reach inside your shirt or pull up your shirt and go that way. But once again, an instructor is going to be able to cover all of those things. So your first step is to find a range and an instructor. Go do that. Start your education that way. I think you'll be really happy you did it that way. And I appreciate you calling in and also taking charge of your own safety. 866-TALK-GUN. What would you advise someone who wants to get started in self-defense?
Gun Talk encourages you to support the local sporting goods store, gun stores, ATV dealers, and other local businesses in your area who advertise on this station and Gun Talk. Only together can we protect our rights. You're listening to Washington Times opinion page regular contributor Tom Gresham.
Oh yeah, we're here. Tom Gresham, it's Gun Talk. Check it out, guntalk.com. Over on Twitter, I am at Gun Talk, and we have a full-fledged Facebook page for Gun Talk. Just look for Gun Talk Media over there. Lots of news, lots of videos, a lot of things going on. Basically, it's information that you want. And we also do some silly things. We've been doing some live videos over there that are, well, they're kind of funny, actually. We're experimenting with the whole live video thing. Getting there, but it is definitely experimental. Hey, AJ is driving in Kansas over on line 4. Hey, AJ. What you doing?
I'm driving. I've got a Goldilocks and a Three Bears situation here.
Okay.
You talked about the home defense and carry gun a little while ago. Which do you go in between? Mm-hmm. Well, my home defense gun is a full-size M&P, and my carry gun is a M&P Shield 9mm. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can balance it out between the battery of arms of not having the thumb safety on the Shield and not having it on the full size either. What's your opinion on the compacts? I know they kind of have. I haven't seen much about them since the Shields come out, because I think that kind of took over the carry market. Have you had much experience with the compacts?
With the M&P compact?
Correct.
I love them. I think it is a great pistol. It has obviously more capacity than a Shield. It's also going to be a little bit thicker than a Shield. But you can't. Here's the one real nice part about it. you can use your full-size mags in the compact. Now, obviously, they stick out below the grip, but you can certainly do that if you had a need for that. But I'm a real fan of the M&P Compact.
Okay. And that's still basically the standard kind. I just have problems finding them. Are they even being manufactured new from the factory anymore? Or is that just kind of one of those, once in a blue moon, you'll see one new floating around your local shop or hopping on a website somewhere?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're being made. I don't think they've taken them out of the line. If you want one and you're convinced that you want one, the thing to do is to not try to find one. Is just get your local gun store to order you one. Okay. And you'll have it. I mean, generally if it's available, they can get it in a few days. So if you want it, just buy it. I mean, you already know what the M&P feels like, and you know it's just going to be a little bit shorter. It's going to be a little easier to carry if you want to go that way. Now, having said that, there's nothing in the world wrong with going with the Shield for carry and the M&P full size for your home defense gun. That's not a bad solution either.
Right, and that's the more you're talking about it, that kind of puts it in the lineup of the Glock thing, because I know all the Glocks in the 9mm. I mean, the largest Glock mags will fit in the 26 or whatever it's chambered for, so it gives that ability too, I guess. So, all right, yeah,
it's personal preference, you know. I mean, there's not a right answer. Of course, I mean, obviously, always the right answer is yes. Go ahead and buy it. Buy them all. But, none of us has unlimited funds.
I'm not going to like you. I got told that by somebody that's an expert, so.
Hey, we all have to help each other out on this deal, you know. Hey, I appreciate the call, AJ. Thank you. Paul's on one in Oklahoma. Paul, you got a rifle? What do you have there?
I've got a Winchester bolt action. I'm not sure what model it was, but I was wondering if there's any way a person could put a larger clip, not a huge one, but just something a little bit more than what they have.
Well, very possibly. I mean, it all depends on what the model is. Here's what you're going to need to do. You're going to have to get the gun out, figure out what model it is, if it's a Model 70 or what it is, and then do a little looking. Probably the best place to look, I'm thinking, might be at the Brownells website. BROWNELLS, brownells.com. They have parts for pretty much everything. And if it's out there, my guess is that Brownells will have it. But you absolutely are going to have to know what model it is before that'll work. But look, I wish you luck with it. I understand more rounds always good. Mary's on line 2 out of Medford, Oregon. Hey, Mary, you're on Gun Talk.
Hey, yeah. I ended up getting a Taurus P11. And my wrists, I think, are too weak to really cock the thing back. I never fired it. It was on sale, and they didn't have what I really wanted, and I needed to get something for protection just in case. Where can I go to where can I sell it to be able to get the value back out of it so I could get another gun? They won't give me the full value back out of it.
Well, nobody's going to. It's like saying, I want to get all the money back that I paid for my car. That's not going to happen. And nobody's going to give you all the money back that you paid for your gun. Why would they? They would go buy a new gun if they could, So you're not going to get all the money back on the gun that you spent on it, more than likely. That's pretty unlikely. But what you could do, you may want to consider trading that gun to a gun store and trading that gun in on the one that works for you.
No,
you'll have to come up with some extra money, more than likely. But yeah, I just don't see anybody ever giving you. Did you buy the gun new?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, now it's a used gun. Even if it's not been shot, it's a used gun. The store is definitely not going to pay you, what you paid for it. Somebody else is not going to pay you the same amount they would for a new gun, because they could go to a store and buy the new gun. It comes with a warranty. So that's just the way it is. When we're trying to sell stuff that we have purchased, we almost never get all our money back.
And how can I get the most back out of it?
Well, you could take it to a gun show, but if you're unfamiliar with that process, what I'm telling you is I don't think there is a way for you to get all of your money back. I think you're going to have to take less than you paid for it, go trade it in, and then find the gun you want at the store and buy something there. I wish you luck with this. Yeah, it's just like a used car. It's the same thing exactly. All right, 866-TALK-GUN gets you in here. I'm Tom Gresham. Be right back with more Gun Talk.
A decade since it was first introduced, the Taurus Judge still rules. This isn't just any personal defense revolver. This is an everyday gun. With its decisive stopping power, it's the original 5-shot game changer. Today it's available in more than a dozen models and capable of chambering both 45 Colt and 410 shot shell. You be the judge. Taurus Judge. What legends are made of. Visit TaurusUSA.com.
If you're like me, you don't have money to burn, but you still want to buy guns, ammo, and accessories. That's why we created Gun Dealio. That's a free, yes, a free smartphone app. Just download it and start getting the deals. Could be discounts, offers of free magazines for your gun, or you could be the first to hear about new stuff from gun makers. Here's how it works. With Gun Dealio on your phone, you get alerts when you enter a gun store. Special deals, you know. You don't have to do a thing. It'll do a lot of other cool things, like let you watch gun videos and listen to Gun Talk podcast. Plus, check it anytime for hundreds of deals and offers. Getting more while spending less. Smart, huh? Gun Dealio. Made in America. Gluten-free. At the App Store and Google Play or GunDealio.com.
Laser sights increase confidence, regardless of experience level. Whether you're learning the fundamentals, a seasoned shooter, or simply overcoming aging eyes, laser sights provide instant feedback, providing immediate confidence and enjoyment for a new shooter. Call 800-442-2406 or visit crimsontrace.com for a free copy of our laser training video, The Laser's Edge, and learn more about why Crimson Trace is making laser sights standard equipment.
There's only one place where you can buy that firearm you've always wanted and turn it into your very own. That place is Brownells.com. Now offering a huge selection of firearms from all your favorite brands. Brownells is the spot to buy online. When you're choosing your gun, be sure to look over the enormous selection of parts, accessories, ammo, and more to make that firearm your masterpiece. Brownells.com. Serious about firearms.
I'm looking at some of these other guns that Ruger just announced that they're bringing out. Ruger American Pistol Pro Compact, LC9S with high-vis sights, very cool. A Mark IV pistol, 1022 Light. Let's see here. What's this? Oh, yeah. Ruger American Rimfire Target, Mini 13 Tactical. This is pretty cool. In sub 6.2 by 39, it's a 16-inch barrel, actually 16.12, with a flash suppressor. Stainless, Mini 30 tactical features. Sweet. They do a lot of cool stuff. That GP 144 Special is one that got my attention, and evidently it got other people's attention, including Les and Celine. He's on line 4. Hey, Les, welcome.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, I'd mentioned it on your show one time, but Ruger has a place on their website where you can make suggestions, and I suggested that I would like to see the GP 100 in 44 Magnum or 45 Colt in a 5-shot, like the Smith & Wesson Model 69 L-frame that they have in 45 Mag. They sent me a nice reply and said, thanks for it, they'd consider it. Now, I don't know if that had anything at all to do with them bringing out the GP 144 Special, but I'm going to claim it, and I'm going to have to buy one. Although I'd rather have a 5-inch, we'll go with a 3.
There you go. But I want to thank you for it because I think it's a great package. I love it. And you know what? A lot of people don't know that the 44 Special is a great cartridge. It's much more shootable than the 44 Magnum, and you can get some pretty stout loads for it.
Yeah, just go to Buffalo Bore or Double Tap, and you can get all the bang you want.
Absolutely. More than anything more than that, you don't want to pull the trigger on. I agree with you.
And by the way, for the folks that were having trouble racking the slides on semi-autos, I have a couple, a Remington R51 and a Walther CCP, both of which have different locking systems, and both of which advertise that they have a lower spring. It's easier to rack the slide, and so they might want to try that. Although for the fellow that was talking to you, I think the 380 for his wife was the way to go. But I suffer from arthritis, so I'm always looking for those things.
And I will tell you that new Ruger American pistol is really easy to rack the slide. They have a kind of a delayed roller block type of action on it, and now they have it in the Pro Compact, the Ruger American pistol. And again, anybody that's interested in any of these, if they're concerned at all about being able to work the slide, you need to go to a store where they have one and try it before you buy it. Hey, Les, appreciate that, and thank you for that suggestion on the GP 144. I think that's a cool revolver. John's in Wasilla, Alaska on 3. Hey, John, we got a Smith Model 36?
Yeah, I do, and dragging it out of retirement, and also I've got a Walters PPK that was built in the 60s. German-made, a 9 Kurtz, and I was wondering if the new plus ammunition, whether those beasts would hold up in there.
You know, it wouldn't bother me at all to shoot plus P ammo out of that Smith Model 36. That was the first stainless steel revolver, by the way. But I wouldn't shoot much of it. I would, maybe carry it, but I would shoot regular 38. And here's the other thing. There's not, with some of our modern ammo, the need for plus P is much reduced. A lot of our current ammo in the non-plus P standard or pressure levels are really good for self-defense and certainly going to be a lot more fun to shoot, because let me tell you, plus P out of a Model 36, a little snubby, it's just not fun to shoot.
No. I was to say, I've used it before, but it's tucked away, and I just want to bring out some more self-defense, that's all.
Yeah, if for self-defense, yeah. In fact, I just got some pure wad cutter loads, a bunch of, when I say a bunch, I just bought 2,000 rounds of 38 wad cutter, just for that, just for shooting, for practice, not much recoil, work on technique, just get to be better. And then, of course, load it up with the heavy stuff if you need it for self-defense or whatever. But yeah, I think you're okay. Load it up, use it for self-defense, but I wouldn't shoot much through it. I don't think it was made for that. Appreciate it, John. You take care. Yes, we could do this. Line 1, Blake, Minnesota. Hey, Blake, you got a range report?
Hey, Tom. Yeah, I just wanted to call and give you a range report about kind of something that I did in the last couple of days. I actually took out first-time shooters to the range and kind of gave them a crash course, and kind of wanted to just make a comment that shooters that have training or shooters that go regularly, we should be taking people that have never shot before that want to shoot. And I think it's not our duty, but definitely some best practice to get others out there and shoot. And got two of my good friends out to the range and started them off with a P22, so they could also a P22, so they could kind of feel the mini explosion in their hands, and then moved them to some 9mm. And now they're calling me every day, wondering when we're going to go back out.
That's the way it works. They go, well, that was fun. Can we do it again? And the answer is always, absolutely, we'll do that. And next time, bring a friend. But you did well. You start them with a 22, something that doesn't hurt them. You get ear protection, eye protection. Make it fun, make it easy, bring the targets up close, make sure they have success. So they go, oh, wow, I can do this. And then you can move them up. And then everybody says, hey, can we go out and do it again? Absolutely. A huge attaboy. That is great, Blake. And thank you for the range report. That is terrific. Well done. We all, I know you said we don't really have a duty. Well, maybe. I would say this. If you feel compelled to help the Second Amendment and gun rights in America, then yes, you do, in fact, have a duty to take people out shooting, take them to the range, introduce people to shooting. It is the one single best thing you can do for the Second Amendment. We vaccinate them against that stuff when we take them shooting. All right, back with you. Rusty, hang on. We're going to get you. We're going to have to drag you into the after show. And if you have not checked out the after show, by all means, call right now. We can get you in there as well. 866-TALK-GUN. I need 3 or 4 minutes here. Want to just comment. A friend of mine died a couple days ago. You may have seen him. You may know him. Wade Bourne, top hunting writer, fishing writer. He's appeared on TV shows with Ducks Unlimited for years. One of the good guys. Great individual. Always smiling. Always super. He had just cut his family's Christmas tree and gotten home, and heart attack, just keeled over. Wade was just a super guy. Funny story. I'd been hunting with him in various places, and we were doing a squirrel hunt in the land between the lakes in Kentucky. And he said, man, we've got bad ticks this year. Okay. He says, all right, here's the deal. And he looks around, he reaches into his car. He says, now you cannot write about this. Okay. And he pulls out one of those hand pump dusters like you use on plants. And he says, all right. And he pumps this thing up and dusts my pants legs with Sevin dust, S-E-V-I-N. That's an insecticide. That's not something you're supposed to use on people. He said, this is the only thing we found that'll keep them off. Well, we hunted. I didn't get a single tick. Now, I may cut my lifespan. I don't know, but it was pretty funny. Wade was one of the good guys. And then I got a call this morning from a friend who said, yeah, got bad news. I found a mass, and we're going to be doing some more tests, but they know it's cancer. All of that to say, just a reminder for all of us, we don't know what's down the road. And I'm not saying, fritter away your time or act irresponsibly. But as we kind of look at the Christmas, Hanukkah season, it's time for family, a time for being close, for calling people. I would offer this. We all hold on to our grudges. Let go. Just let go. Don't know who was right, don't know who was wrong, and whatever that thing was that happened with a friend, with a family member, whatever. It's not important. It's just not. Being right is really not important. And heavens to Betsy, getting other people to admit that they're wrong and you're right is not only not important, it's not going to happen. So I throw this thought out as we hit this time, as I've just lost a friend and just got this call from another one. Just kind of thinking about that. I was thinking about, this is not a bad time to sit back and say, what am I going to do with whatever is left? You could be 19 or you could be 89, but what am I going to do with this life? Are there some good things I can do with this? Can I get involved and take people shooting? Can I, and during the after show, Jim's got a plan for Christmas presents. I think it's just very cool. We're going to talk about that. Are there people I can help? Because let me tell you, helping other people is one of the best things you can do for yourself. And through all of that, it's a mindset. It's an enjoy the day, not go crazy. It's not like, okay, we're going to spend all my money today, that kind of a thing. But enjoy where you are. Be where you are. Pay attention to the people around you, to the things out there. Step outside and suck in that air and listen to the leaves blow and enjoy the barking of the dog, whatever it is. Yeah, I know. It sounds like, oh, he's gone all, heebie-jeebie and touchy-feely. No, not that. I'm just saying, take a deep breath, look around, and enjoy all the wonderful things around you. I wish you nothing but the best for Christmas and for the new year. We have a lot to do, and it is a promising time. Be safe, be good, take care of your family, hug your loved ones, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much.